Someone actually did it. Someone actually did it. I was hoping it wasn't gonna get to this. I think we were all hoping it wasn't gonna get to this. But somebody actually shot up Drake's house, like some gunfire. That's how beef just that's how it is nowadays. Now, with this happened because of the Kendrick beef. Remember, Kendrick said that Oakland show was about to be your last stop. And I know, like, he better have crazy security coming to California now. Because I know somebody's taking that literal and somebody's already planning it. Because look what we're already witnessing. I feel like somebody's already planning it. But, let's see what the news got to say. I don't know which news broadcast has the best story when it comes to this, but I put it on Fox because it's an 8-minute video. So I want to see what details they have regarding this shooting and the specifics behind it. I don't want just a minute video that just explained, oh, his house got shot up. I don't know what's going on. So let's see what he's talking about.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. And we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud.
How can it not, though? How can it not? When does this just ever happen to someone like Drake? And is this not a gated community? Does Drake not live in a gated community? How are people just getting in and shooting up his crib? How does that even happen? How does that even happen? And it's gotta be real. I mean, I wouldn't, like, we can't say Kendrick sent the hit. We can't do that. Because it's probably all rap when it comes to Kendrick. But you know what I mean? But he probably really do got connects like that. But I don't think he would do that. I don't think so.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time, releasing diss tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack. Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalized.
Wait, oh yeah, and his OVO store got vandalized. Like, they're wilding on Drake right now. But when I'm thinking about it, hold on. How the hell is a drive-by shooting? I don't even see no street. Did they just drive up his crib and then dip off? Like,
in Drake's security team now I'm releasing diss tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack. Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalizing Drake's store, spray painting, quote, "They not like us" on the store's front window. That like graffiti inspired by Kendrick Lamar's latest diss track drop, quote, "Not like us." And just a short time ago, we were hearing from Canadian authorities as they shared the very latest in this shooting, and I do want to play that for you right now.
And I'm one of the media relations officers for the Toronto Police Service. Speaking today is Inspector Paul Kravchuk of our Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, which investigates all shootings and firearm discharges within the city of Toronto. Inspector?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Kravchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as we canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions.
Was Drake home, and is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you.
I wonder if Drake was home. Like, did he, like, was he home, heard all this, seen everything going on? Like, I don't think so, though, because I feel like somebody would have said that.
That we are in contact with his team, and they are cooperating.
To what extent is the rat beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation focus?
Bro, what kind of question? He said, what? How would he know? He got the inside scoop to Kendrick's camp. He got the inside scoop to the fans that might, you know, rock with Kendrick, that might go shoot him up. Like, come on. Let me hear what about to say.
So, I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time.
Well,
and so I cannot comment further on that.
Come on.
Well, the motive may not be confirmed. If that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving Canada?
So this is no different than any other investigation, okay? Like, it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
The man who was shot still in serious condition. Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that fled?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's...
That's a pretty good question. See, that was pretty good. Like, is he able to speak? Able to give an understanding of what happened? What was the car? You know, but when I read it, said he was unconscious. But I'm going to see what he said because this might be updated. But, yeah, like, that's crazy, though.
Still in the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not going to just... no, I'm not going to at this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of video around. Have you guys begun your canvassing? Do you expect to get a good amount of video involved with this?
I would be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
You said suspects plural. Can you say, are we talking 2, 3, or more?
No idea at this time.
And would you characterize this as a drive-by shooting, or more specifically, did they stop and open fire?
I'm not.
I'd be thinking them NBA media people are bad. Nah, that's just media in general. Like, come on.
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time. Just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene.
With law enforcement elsewhere, like Los Angeles, United States?
That will be part of our investigation. But again, we're very early on.
This man is staying on
How did
business.
the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Was this security guard alone? Were there other security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target? Were they trying to get past him?
Don't know at this time.
You said you have video capturing the incident?
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
And you can't give us a description of the vehicle?
Nope, not at this time.
You don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So we, as we have information and we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
You mentioned that the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside near a garage, and there's an area cordoned off there. Would shell casings have gone that far? Why would that be?
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. Oh, thank you.
Do we know how many shots were fired?
No, that's going to be part of the investigation. Can't comment at this time. Thank you very much.
Is it gang related?
Is it gang related?
All right, so we were just listening as authorities provided the very latest information after a security guard was shot outside the rapper Drake's house right there. And this is aerial footage of his home in Toronto. You can see it is a very large residence that is being described as an upscale neighborhood. So this is what we know from authorities. The security guard was outside Drake's home, which you see right there in this aerial footage when that shooting occurred. The shooter was inside a vehicle. That vehicle drove by this house and shot the security guard. The security guard right now is in the hospital in serious condition. We were hearing reporters asking whether this shooting had anything to do with Drake's feud with rapper Kendrick Lamar. And we heard authorities saying this is very early on in the...
Read at the bottom. South Africa, 5 are dead, dozen missing.
For Kendrick Lamar. And we heard authorities saying this is very early on in the investigation. And at this point in time, they do not have a motive. But you heard from the authority right there that there will be an increased police presence in this neighborhood. He did stress that there is no difference from other shootings. He also said he cannot confirm if Drake was actually home at this time. Again, this is Drake's home in Toronto. He did say, though, that there is video evidence that captured the shooting. He did not elaborate as to exactly what that video showed. And he also said that they don't have any information about who called 911. So again, we are following some breaking news after a security guard outside Drake's Toronto house was shot, now in the hospital in critical condition. It is unclear whether this shooting had anything to do with Drake's ongoing feud with fellow singer and rapper Kendrick Lamar. And again, these are aerial shots of Drake's Toronto mansion right there. Of course, as soon as we get any new information, we will share that with you here on Live Now from Fox.
Crazy. Like, I feel like now it's getting too far. Like, can y'all even release anything more, like any more diss tracks or anything between the two of them now? Because now it's getting a little too far. And I keep thinking about that line where Kendrick said that Oakland show about to be your last stop. I feel like somebody's out there plotting already, but let's hope it don't get to that. Let's hope. That's all we can do. But thanks for someone for watching, especially if you made it this far. Drop a like if you enjoyed. If you want to see more, drop a sub in the channel and I'll catch y'all on the next one.